From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, May the 1st, 2017. Israel came to a standstill today to mourn and honor its fallen. Yom HaZikaron, Memorial Day, began last night with a minute-long siren, and a 2-minute-long siren sounded again this morning to remember the 23,544 men and women who have died defending the State of Israel, including those who were killed before the establishment of the state. Israel also remembered and honored the 3,117 citizens who have been killed in acts of terror since the establishment of the state until today. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the official memorial ceremony, saying our lives continue to be contingent upon the sacrifice and bravery of our youth, and know that this sacrifice is not only a necessary condition to living here, but also necessary to make peace with our neighbors. He said, therefore, when the time comes for me to send our soldiers into battle, I always think of it with a heavy heart and with in-depth and utmost consideration, because I think about them and their families, and because I know the price is enormous. Israel's President Reuven Rivlin lit the memorial torch at the Western Wall in Jerusalem last night, where he said, by this wall of tears and hopes, this evening, 50 years after the liberation of Jerusalem, we remember our liberty is sacred, both sacred and hard. We know that there is a price to be paid for our existence here, for our liberty. Yom HaZikaron ended this evening in Israel with a ceremony on Mount Herzl ushering in Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day. President Rivlin released a statement marking Israel's 69th birthday, thanking the Jews of the diaspora as well for their part.
Many of you in Israel and around the world give so much to help Israel and Israeli society grow. And we thank you for this from the bottom of our heart. This is your celebration too. This is the Independence Day of all the Jewish people.
Israel is rejecting reports that terror group Hamas is softening their stance towards Israel. A report earlier today from Reuters refers to a leaked document expected to be published by Hamas, dropping its calls for Israel's destruction, but still not recognizing Israel's right to exist, and still calling for armed struggle against Israel. A spokesman for Prime Minister Netanyahu was cited in Israeli media as saying that Hamas is trying to fool the world with this so-called new charter, noting that the terror group continues to build terror tunnels and launch rockets at Israel. Hamas is due to present the document at a gathering in Doha, Qatar tonight. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas met with Jordan's King Abdullah II in Amman yesterday. The two were said to have discussed possible peace efforts between the Palestinians and Israel and coordinate on a number of other issues as well, just ahead of Abbas's meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House, which is set to take place on Wednesday. Abbas held a similar meeting on Saturday with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Cairo. Jewish lawmaker Ileana Ros-Lehtinen announced her retirement from Congress. The Republican representative from Florida is known for her staunch support of Israel and for spearheading bipartisan pro-Israel legislation. She told the Miami Herald yesterday that it was time for her to move on, but that she would continue to focus on various issues, including her longtime advocacy for Holocaust survivors. While the month of May is Jewish Heritage Month, special programs and events are scheduled at the Library of Congress, the National Archives, the National Gallery of Art, the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museums, and many others to pay tribute to those Jewish Americans who have helped form the fabric of American history, culture, and society. President Trump released a statement on Friday saying that in every aspect of the country's cultural, spiritual, economic, and civic life, American Jews have stood at the forefront of the struggles for human freedom, equality, and dignity, helping to shine a light of hope to people around the globe, saying that the Jewish people have left an indelible mark on American culture. Jewish Heritage Month was first marked by then-President George W. Bush in 2006. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, May the 1st, at 7 o'clock, Mark Golub and Thane Rosenbaum co-host a special celebration of Israel's Independence Day. With Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Danny Danon, Conference of Presidents leader Malcolm Hoenlein, Jewish National Fund's Russell Robinson, Broadway star Tova Feldshuh, and Israel's ambassador of song Ran Eliran, among others, in a special 2-hour program for Yom HaAtzmaut. At 9 o'clock, watch Mark Golub's conversation with Abba Eban, who died in 2002 and is remembered for his years of service to Israel in the UN, recalling his involvement in the Zionist dream and the dramatic moments leading up to the creation of the modern Jewish state. That's on L'chaim. And at 10, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, Israel's UN ambassador then Gabriela Shalev, and the Zamir Chorale celebrate Israel's independence aboard the USS Intrepid. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, a recording of the late David Ben-Gurion, who reads the entire Declaration of Independence of the modern state of Israel on May the 14th of 1948 with English captions. That's tonight at 6:30. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, May the 1st, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.